Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Happy kitty, sleepy kitty.
What's your favorite animal, by the way?
Cats.
Cats?
I love cats. Yeah.
Okay. Hello, my lovely cats. And welcome back to another light episode with Ilya. Ilya, let's just start off the bat. We don't have time, right? 9.18. What do you think about the light tanks now?
Well, first, hello again, and I'm
Hello.
happy to be here again in this channel.
Welcome back.
Yeah, this introduction of tier 10, tier 9 and 10 lights was pretty controversial, and I still think it's controversial, and I'm not sure if they were actually needed in the game because players don't really play light tanks well, so what's the point in giving them tier 10 light tanks? So that you can YOLO in tier 10 tank?
So you can YOLO with faster speed, I guess.
Oh yeah, of course. And then, kinda, as a tier 10 tank, you're supposed to have more weight, and you just, like, not you, but
Yeah.
some YOLO players just die quickly, and because when a tier 8 light tank dies quickly in tier 10 battle, maybe
Yeah.
it's not that bad.
It's
like,
not
you don't
that bad,
care
yeah.
too much. But it's a full scale tier 10 tank, which is able to deal damage, to scout well. And if it dies quickly, it's a serious loss for a team. So I
Exactly.
don't really see much point in introducing LT10. And also like in the whole rebalancing of medium tier lights, because it was pretty strange. Because
Yeah.
they had their view ranges cut, they had their mobility cut, which surprised me as well.
Yeah. But
So like,
what about the
just
matchmaking?
try Chuffy.
What about the matchmaking? Now you only see +2, so I think it's a fair trade. It's easier to play light tanks now, especially lower tiers.
But you play lower tier lights as mediums, you know.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
in that sense, it's easier, of course. On the other hand, you have less potential because you're no more scout. Because
Yeah.
like Chuffy, come on, just try Chuffy. It has no hit points, it has no view range, it has mobility cut by 15 kilometers an hour. 15.
Okay, yeah.
And
Well-
like, yes, you're medium, you have nice DPME gun. Okay.
So basically, light tanks became more of damage dealers instead of actively spotting and scouting.
Most of them, yes.
Most of them.
I would say that tier 9 and 10 lights are really interesting. They are able to scout, they are able to damage, so they are all-round masters, so to say. But the
Yeah.
medium tier lights, like tier 6, 7, some tier 8, they are really boring and they are just damage dealers. They
Yeah.
can't even scout well.
Yeah, that's true. So basically, you trade view range, hit points for new guns and better matchmaking.
Yeah, and
In a
I
nutshell.
really doubt if it was worth it.
Yeah.
Because
lot of-
like as a class, it's not a scout anymore. It's not a scout class.
No, it's like a light medium tank or something, like a hybrid or
Exactly.
something. And with tier 10 light tanks, you basically waste a whole slot of a tier 10 tank, like you said earlier. So it's if you lose a scout in the first minute, it really makes a difference now, right?
Yeah, it does, because light tanks of tier 10, they not only they assist well, they can deal like 2, 3, 4, 5,000 of damage, like even more, like 6 or 7 happens from time to
Yeah.
time. And like you couldn't even imagine that much in light tank before. Even in tier 8 light tank, like dealing 4 or 5k was a very cool result. Now like dealing 4k in LT10 is like, well, okay, just another 4k.
Yeah. So would you say that it's way easier now to maybe complete the light mission 15 for the object to 60? Now with the new improved scout tanks?
I don't want to show off, but I have a feeling that I complete LT15 for 260 in every third battle or so.
Well, yeah, you have a better gun now. Earlier you only had a tier 8 tank, so basically you had to rely on spotting.
I have
Now you
a lot
you
have
can
a
do
lot of
damage.
hit points. I have a lot
Yeah,
of damage.
yeah.
I have a lot of assistance. Because
gun.
like T100 LT, I like it especially because it has still that scouting component.
Yeah.
It is a very good scout, that's why I like it. So yes, basically, before you were completing LT15 like 7,000 spotting and 1,000 damage.
Yeah,
now
exactly.
Now you do 4,000 spotting and 4,000 damage. And you're
Exactly,
done.
exactly. And why can you tell us? This is weird. This really confused me. The ammo loadout of this tank. You're shooting. You're not switching ammo, right? This is standard.
Yes,
APCR and AP.
Right. So this tank has really strange ammo. The main ammo are APCR with 230 pen. They're quick, nice, maybe a bit low penetration. And the gold rounds are AP. Yes, that's the other way around. Like most tanks have it the other way.
Crazy to fire a slower shell for premium.
Yeah, and it's a lot slower. It's like so parabolic. You fire like KV2 really.
Yeah, exactly. So, for those that still don't know, you're playing this on your account on the Russian server, right?
Yes.
You're not watching like a random replay.
Yes. So this is from Russian server. I play sometimes on European server as well.
Yeah.
But this one happened on Russian.
Yeah. So, I don't know. What else can we say? Like, do you find them better than medium tanks? The tier 10 ones?
Like,
in your
personally,
opinion?
for me, like, let's be honest, I'm not a very good medium tank player.
Well, you do a lot of you do a lot of light missions, so you have to love light tanks, right?
Yeah, I play lights mainly.
Yeah.
And for me personally, like, I deal 3 or 4k very regularly and very easily in lights, in tier 10 lights. So personally, for me, I deal more damage with LT10 than with medium tanks. Because, yes, I have slightly worse firepower. I have, like, tier 9 medium firepower.
Yeah.
Something like that. But I have super mobility, I have super invisibility. So that kind of outweighs it. So that I can be always in better position than mediums. I can always deal damage all the time. And that really helps me. Yeah.
So it's basically down to personal preference. I don't have a tier 10 light tank at the moment. I'm grinding 2 of them. But I really enjoy tier 9 light tanks, especially when you're top tier. It's insane. I was never top tier in the previous patches. You were always in tier 9 battles and mostly tier 10. Now you're top tier. You're top tier with a super reliable gun, super pen, very fast tank. It's just so fun to play.
And very cool APCR main rounds, which are quick.
Yeah, especially on RU251 and AMX 4090. Those tanks are my favorite. My favorite at the moment. Light tanks to go. What's your favorite?
I also recommend MX 13105. It's really good. It's like, well, it's Batchat style tank.
Yeah.
But with much better accuracy, so it's a much more reliable gun. It's accurate and it's easy to aim. Yes, it doesn't kill anyone with a single magazine, but you have a reload like 25 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like TVP type, you know.
Yeah. So, which one is your favorite tier 10 light tank, and which one do you think is like the easiest one to play? The tier 10 ones.
Like my favorite is T100 LT, I would say.
Yeah.
Because that just really that is my style. I like also active scouting. I like being aggressive as a scout, apart from damage. Also, MX 13105 is very comfortable. So I would also recommend that one.
So these two.
Chinese is also quite good, and I don't recommend German. No, absolutely.
Why not?
Because it has such a terrible gun dispersion from movement, from everything.
Oh, that
your actual real aiming time is like 3 or 4 seconds. You just stand on the same place and you have to aim and aim and aim, and then you miss.
Okay. So Russian and French. What about the American one? Is that also good to play?
People say different things about American. Personally, I didn't like it too much. It's too bulky, but it also depends on playing style. It has best DPM, so probably that will work for Clan Wars or something. Because it's pretty mobile. Well, it's a light tank. It's slower than other lights, but still, it's a light tank.
Yeah.
And best DPM, so yeah, I would say for Clan Wars it could work.
I haven't noticed a lot of light tanks in Clan Wars and Strongholds. Mainly, it was maximum 1. And only on maps where you can like climb on different spots. But I haven't seen that many light tanks. I thought there was gonna be more of them, but I don't know. I guess we still need to figure out how to use them properly.
I guess for Clan Wars also the German can work because it's the quickest of all. Yes, it has poor stab, but if you just jump on some hill, well, if you stand, then your accuracy is good. So could work there.
Wait, were you just alone versus 5 guys now?
No, unfortunately versus 4.
Only 4. Ah, well.
Yeah.
Just
But
one
my,
tank
my
away.
heart was thumping like crazy.
Yeah, I would say. Well, you have like 4.4k spotting and 3.3 damage. Okay, you're gonna farm this guy probably now. Yeah.
Yeah, and he can't do anything. Even if he turns with his front to me, I can just drive around the map.
Yeah.
He will never see me.
Okay, what about tier 8 light tanks? I don't even have a clue. Like, which one is, I don't know, viable for, let's say, strongholds and maybe clan wars in the upcoming campaigns in tier 8 stages? Is there any light tank, except for the M41 Grand Final, the premium light tank, of course?
I'm not really sure because, well, I have tried WZ132.
Yeah?
And it feels just like what it was before, so it's still okay. It hasn't changed much, so they cut a bit view range, they cut a bit reload, but you know, it's not that significant. And I tried Batchat 12T.
Yeah?
Which is really a scouty scout,
Mm-hmm.
which is really into spotting, and I liked it. I have to say, its gun is pretty strange. It has low penetration. It has well, small amount of damage in magazine, but it's good as a scout. Like I can't really talk about clan stuff because I don't take part actively in clan things, but in random battles I enjoyed Batchat 12T.
Okay.
And I think I haven't played the others. Well, apart from Black Dog, of course.
Yeah. Well, I noticed the M41, the Black Bulldog. That's the most common one in strongholds and clan wars. I mean strongholds right now, because it's the premium tanks weren't touched.
Yeah, so it was balanced before like a tier 9 tank, like all previous tier 8 lights. So it's a tier 9 light with tier 8 hit points.
Yeah. So what do you think about the next three tanks? The Type 64, the Type 62, and the AMX 1357 Grand Finals?
First of all, I don't have MX 1357, but I have seen what it can do.
It's if it's ever on sale, I would recommend. It's like the most fun, amazing tank. It shoots like a machine gun. Okay, it's not the most mobile of them all, but with the new matchmaking, when you get into a tier 7 match,
it kills.
It's just,
it kills.
You just get a smile on your face. It's that ridiculous. It's just right click on a Tiger 1 and just pew 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 away. It's amazing.
Type 64 is a completely overpowered vehicle. It's E25 on tier 6 because it has crazy view range. Exactly. It is invisible like a light tank. It is invisible on the move.
Yeah.
It has very good DPM, and now with the new Matchmaker, it also penetrates everyone.
Yeah, and you have
just
to you have to take into account that other tier 6 tanks like heavy tanks and medium tanks don't have that good view range. So you're basically you're out spotting everyone with that tank.
Absolutely, literally, and you can just shoot and stay invisible.
Yeah.
Type 62 was bad and is still pretty bad because it's slow. It's slow and it has very nasty aiming time for such a small alpha.
Exactly. The only thing I really hate about the 62 is the AP shell and its penetration. 143 or something is just abysmal.
Well, it's better with the new Matchmaker.
Yeah, of course, but like, earlier...
It's still shit, but smells a bit, stinks a bit less. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. In the previous patch, I didn't even touch it. It was just ridiculous. When you got into a tier 10 game, no thank you. Just no. So you got the 2 marks. Of course you got a nice tanker. Yeah. Radley Walter. Nice. Pascucci is different now. You have to kill 2 SPGs.
Yeah, so that's not interesting.
Yeah. It was 3 earlier, right? Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Patrol duty, obviously, at the beginning you scouted very good. You spotted the whole middle and a Top Gun. It was so close to a Colobano, you just needed one more butt alive. But okay, what can you do, right? And you completed LT15 for Object to 60.
But it's like already a regular thing. Yeah. I don't think it's really worth special mentioning in this case.
It's combined, you had 9.8k damage, 5.4 just by pure damage, and 4.4 by spotting. So that's amazing.
That's what tier 9 and 10 lights are. They are universal. They deal damage, they scout well, they can do everything.
Yeah, I have to agree. And I don't know. I really like them. I really like them, especially tier 9s. I'm gonna tell more when I get the tier 10 one. It's gonna be probably the French one. That's gonna be my first one.
Yeah,
But I'm not
definitely
gonna.
perfect.
But I'm not gonna sell the 3090. Never. It's just so fun. And
Yep, and I have still so many tanks to try because like I couldn't try all of them, of course.
And seeing this, I'll probably go for the Russian one. So I'll have the Russian and French one. I heard a lot of bad stuff about the German one. The gun is okay if you're stationary, but I don't know. I'll stick with the Russian and the French.
Yeah,
one
but you
now.
know, like 75 kilometers an hour. It's not something. It's not something that helps you to stand.
Yeah, exactly. I have to agree with that. Wow. Well, this was a really intense game. I mean, in the end, how you outspotted the enemy arty going into the cap circle, the VK, that was awesome.
You know what? After the battle, my heart was thumping, and I like in my eyes it was just all black, and I just couldn't do anything for 10 minutes. Really, I really felt so bad after this battle. I was just like.
Oh, it was a nice one though. Really.
I'm
nice
always
one.
like I always take everything close to heart when it comes to such things.
So if we make a really short summary of the new light tanks and matchmaking, what? They're more of damage dealers than passive scouts. They're more active now, especially higher tiers when they're more mobile.
I would say that medium tier lights are just medium tanks because they can hardly even scout because they don't have view ranges, they don't have mobility. They are just medium tanks. They scout from time to time. Just deal damage in them and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And like maybe tier 8 also, mainly tier 8, 9, and 10 lights, they are universal tanks. They both scout and deal damage. Well, and I had to change my playing style because like I was purely scout because you could see my previous video with you that I don't even shoot.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I had to change my paradigm. I had to deal damage now.
Yeah, so it's more shifted towards damage dealing. What about the matchmaking? Any comment? Do you like it more now? I personally love it now.
It's okay, but I also find it strange when you're a lower tier that your team depends so much on 3 retards in top.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when you're top tier, it's really nice. I was never top tier earlier, but now it's really often, especially in tier 9s, because tier 9 is for me the sweet spot. It's the sweet spot. If you're top tier in tier 9, easy peasy. If you're in tier 10 game, you can still do a lot, you know?
Yeah, tier 9 tanks feel okay in tier 10 battles.
Yeah.
They're similar.
They feel okay. So, yeah. Basically, I like this patch. You can throw stones at me, I like it.
Yeah, I'll need a lot of stones then, because I don't like almost anything about it. But this is what it is. I have already kind of accepted it, so so yeah.
Well, yeah. If you want to see more light tank videos related, Ilya's channel. He's like the light tank guru now. I'm just gonna say it. You can argue with me. I'm just gonna say just go there. I mean, you have a lot of videos about light tanks, so...
Yeah, I try to help people get better at lights because I see what lights do in the battlefield. And you know, when you play not a light tank, you want help from a light and you see like it's camping your artillery. You're like, it was a sound of facepalm.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you. And I don't know, see you soon, maybe in the next patch or if something crazy happens. Yeah.
I'll be happy to take part again in your videos. Thank you.
Okay, man. Take care.